All right, and right now we are coming to you from Atlantic City, New Jersey, from Stockton University's Atlantic City campus. And I know there are people in my age group who are going, Atlantic City campus, what? But anyway, we are here in the Community Reporting Innovation Lab, and we're here with Jacob for the monthly Artist Meetup. Now, Jacob, would you introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, sure. I'm Jacob Walos. I'm the community organizer for Stories of Atlantic City. I run this Artist Meetup. This is our 10th one that we've done. We've held them since July in this space in the Atlantic City Stockton campus, which is on the site of the original Atlantic City High School, I believe. Isn't that right, Ray?
That's correct.
Did you go to the high school?
Yes, I did.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Okay, so we always start off with this same question. Where were you born and where are you from?
So I'm from Galloway. I was born in Galloway. I live there right now. I've bopped around a little bit, but that's where my residence is right now.
Okay. And what was it like growing up in Galloway?
So Galloway is suburbs, and where I grew up is kind of suburbs. I was very lucky to grow up on a small property that refused grass, and instead my family would dig up trees from the area. And so my little 75 by 150 foot property is just all trees. So it kind of felt like I didn't grow up in the suburbs, and I have a very dear tie to the Pine Barrens. So I think growing up in that area, it was really nice for the nature I was able to connect to. I don't think everybody is so lucky to be able to connect to that nature, but I think the Pine Barrens are really special, and I find that they show up in my art a lot.
Okay.
The strangeness, the uniqueness of the Pine Barrens, the kind of underwhelming quality of them, if that makes sense.
Okay, so it's safe to say that growing up in Galloway has influenced your journey as an artist.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely.
Okay. And so can you tell us about the artist meetups here?
Yeah, proudly. So I am an artist myself, and I have had a relationship to the Atlantic City art scene since about 2014, I would say. I guess I'll give a little history. So in 2011, I started working in sound, as a sound engineer. I started working in like the labor spaces of Atlantic City, and so I started getting more ties to the city then. And in 2014, I was in college for art, and I started connecting to artists who were here, Johnny Morris, Nico Beach, a couple others. The Arts Garage was one of the early spaces that I was able to kind of come through to see artists start to come through. And in college, I started an art collective when Stockton only had the Galloway campus. And I've always kind of felt a tie between art making and community making, or maybe art participating and community participating. So I took a job with Stories of Atlantic City in fall of 2022, and it was not art related, but we started covering the arts last winter, winter of 2023, and I started doing interviews on some of the artists who I have known for almost a decade, some who I didn't know at all, and I started to see this disparity between the micro communities of Atlantic City. So there were a lot of people who had their little groups, but maybe weren't connecting to other people in other little islands, like community islands across the city. And so, being that Stories of Atlantic City is a communications forward, it's an organization to connect people to other people. I felt that it was kind of like our responsibility to host a space for artists, to connect, for artists of all kinds, to connect and to be kind of like a neutral hub. We're not an arts organization, so it's not like we have a bias towards this type of art or a bias towards that type of artist. And so to have a space for all artists to join in this neutral space, that's the history of the Artist Meetup.
Okay. And so what is the goal? What is your personal goal? What do you want to see happen in this space when artists come together?
So our curriculum is a 3 consecutive month series. We have what we call a forum meeting, which is chat. Hey there. Chat. Everybody chats. Everybody gets the chance to feel heard. So whoever from the city or in the city comes to the room gets the chance to kind of just start to talk to each other. That's the foundation of all community, right? And I, as the sort of liaison for Stories of Atlantic City, get to take notes. And I curate the rest of the curriculum, each session, each kind of series, based on what people's needs are, based on what I hear from the forum. So we start with a forum. We go into the next session is we call it deep learning session. So that's kind of getting a deeper understanding of your relationship to yourself, your relationship to your history, your relationship to your neighbors, to Atlantic City as a whole. And that helps us kind of orient ourselves among each other. And then we hold what we call a trading post. That's what today is, actually. And so a trading post is all about altruistic trading. It's all about sharing, learning what it is you have to offer each other, learning what it is that you need from each other. And so those are all sort of parts of the whole. And what I hope to see with the Artist Meetups is deeper communication, the opportunity to play and experience getting into a better relationship with yourself and your community, the place that you're from. You know, I talked about having a relationship to the Pine Barrens. You know, that fuels me, and my relationship to Atlantic City fuels me, and those are things that I have to maintain through constant communication. So that's what I really hope to see. I feel like that's what we have started to see over the last 10 months.
Great, great, great. Well, I see that people are arriving, and so our time is winding short. How can people find more information about Artist Meetups on social media?
So you can find us on Instagram at Stories of AC, I think it is, or Stories of Atlantic City. I believe we're on Facebook as well, Stories of Atlantic City. We have a website, storiesofatlanticcity.com, and the Artist Meetup has its own tab at the top where there's information about the curriculum, our upcoming events, the blog that I write, which is sort of a reflection on our meetups, so that if you weren't able to make a certain meetup, you can at least get a little bit of a recap. Yeah, I would say the website is the most comprehensive way to do that, and people can reach out to me. They can find my email address.
And what is your name? I don't think I asked you to introduce yourself.
Oh, you did. It's my name is Jacob Walos.
Okay. Okay, and anything you want to say or anything you want to talk about that I didn't ask you?
I don't think so. Not right now. I'm ready to get our meeting started. It's nice to see that people have arrived. Thanks for asking me questions.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah.